Preschool is where kids learn to play nicely with others. That is a skill that schools and the state are still working on after the rocky first year of Colorado's universal pre-K program. The state doesn't open enrollment again until next month, but some of Colorado's biggest school districts have started the process anyway. Marshall Zellinger explains why.
In my office, I have a little gift that someone gave me to remind me that we've had to do this a lot. We've had to pivot a lot.
You wouldn't think enrolling preschool students is the same kind of lift as Ross, Rachel, and Chandler moving a couch up a staircase.
Pivot! Pivot!
But it turns out the pivot couch might be easier.
Sometimes you have to turn on a dime and do things a little bit differently.
Priscilla Hopkins is the director of early education for Denver Public Schools, which starting Thursday will directly enroll preschool students to schools within DPS, which means parents can get into a school without having to use the statewide universal preschool portal and the algorithm that helps pick a school based on the parents' top choices.
We asked to go back to our process that we had previously used with a lot of success, and after many meetings and collaboration with the new department, they have agreed to allow us to use our own choice and enrollment process.
This year, we have taken advantage of some of the liberties given by Department of Early Childhood. We are direct enrolling our students.
Westminster Public Schools and even Jeffco schools started direct enrolling preschool students last month when enrollment for all grades opened up.
They may have a second grader and a fifth grader as well as a preschooler. They're trying to get all their kids into the same school. I can't run a different enrollment process for the preschooler than I would for their older sibling in the interest of providing good customer service to families.
Direct enrolling with the district is not the system Democratic Governor Jared Polis wanted last August when I asked him why not let students go directly to the school they want and take the state funding with them.
When you have public funding, you have this element of we want fairness rather than favoritism on who gets the coveted slots, right? So if there's 20 slots and 30 people want them, we want to have a lottery.
That lottery will still exist, except several school districts have pivoted and are getting a head start. It is rare, except for breaking news, that I am shocked live on TV. You heard in that story from DPS in Westminster that they worked with the Department of Early Childhood to work on this process. And here's a statement from that same early childhood department. If true, it's disappointing to see districts already planning to give families preferential treatment for their preschool services in the coming school year. So the official statement I have right now from the department that these school districts said they worked with is, this is not the process that we asked for them to do.
Kids love trains, and this is the Hot Mess Express.
They're like going like this with trains.
I mean, this is astonishing. You can understand year one is going to be janky, right? And year one was a mess. Year two, you hope it's smoother, and instead we got people talking past each other already.
Hopefully I'll get clarity. We have the opportunity to talk with the people from early childhood tomorrow to get some clarity. But I mean, I have sound bites on camera and quotes that we will put on the web story from these districts that make it clear that they worked with the department before they just did this.
Yeah, and I mean, end of the day, like families don't give like a rat's hindquarters like what's going on with these different groups. Like they just want a reliable process to get their kid into pre-K.
Right, and if it works this way, what's confusing is, okay, let's say that it's a direct enrollment with the district. How are those direct enrollments going to work with that algorithm when you actually have to apply through the state system? How will the districts block off spots and say, hey, they're already spoken for because we took care of that a couple months ago. We just need to make sure we get the money, and you make sure you block off the spot so that you don't double up on something we've already figured out.
It's like musical chairs, but it's whether your kid gets a spot in school. Marshall, thank you.